let's talk now about the Hall of Fame. We went through everything going on with the current players up to date. Now we have the Hall of Fame. Getting towards the end of the year, I kind of want to give a recap of what's going on. We're not going to know the results until towards the end of January. But as things stand right now, I'm going to go player by player on the ballot, go over last year's results, where they are now, how they're polling right now with 44 ballots of the expected 428. That's about 10.7% of the vote in right now. So a lot of things can change. But right now, let's start. Bobby Abreu in his 7th year on the ballot. He had 19.5% of the vote last year. Right now, he's at 41.3%. Could you guys ever see yourself voting, hypothetically, for Bobby Abreu in the future or now?
No.
I'm also at a no. Even though in the past I've kind of grown away from thinking Abreu is a Hall of Famer. Now we have Carlos Beltran in his 4th year, 70.3% last year. You need 75 to get in. 78.3 right now. I can definitely see myself voting Beltran.
Oh, yeah.
I think he got punished a little bit for the Astros cheating scandal. But at some point, you got to put a Hall of Famer in if they're a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and Beltran is. Beltran, one of the better players kind of our era of growing up with baseball. Beltran's a guy that kind of I remember being one of the best over the 400 home run club, switch hitter, play the outfield. Guy was a beast.
Next up, we have Ryan Braun in his 1st year on the ballot. He is right now polling at 8.7%. You need 5% to stay on the ballot the next season.
I think he might stay on. I wouldn't vote for him. Hell of a prime, though. In his prime, you could have argued best hitter in baseball.
Was that before or after the juice?
During. I mean, that's the problem. But, again, like when you were watching at the time, he was gross. But it was a prime that's very steroid tainted. That's the kind of person with steroids that I am completely fine saying you never get in.
Yeah, I think he should be the sacrificial lamb that lets everybody else in.
Yeah, I agree.
Now we got Mark Burley in his 6th season on the ballot, 11.4% last year. He's polling at 28.3%. And he's very confusing because he keeps going up year to year, and I just don't see it.
Me neither.
John, what do you – I mean, he was great, but was he Hall of Fame great?
Well, let me see.
Career 3.81 ERA, under 2,000 career strikeouts, 214 and 160, maybe Hall of Every Good.
And I think we're going to get a lot of that. Like the next man up is Shin-Soo Choo in his 1st year on the ballot.
And his last year on
0
the ballot.
Does he get one singular vote?
No.
I think he'll get one.
Why?
Because I'm sure he was nice to some reporter back in his Reds days. And he was like, yeah, I'll throw him on my ballot for it.
All right.
Next up, Edwin Encarnacion in his 1st year. He's at 2.2% of the vote right now.
I think he'll be hovering around the 5. Not a Hall of Famer to me, but
I think he falls off pretty easily. Now we got Gio Gonzalez, also at 0% in his 1st year.
I remember there was a hot minute where I thought Gio Gonzalez was like the next best thing coming in baseball. And
then
then
what happened?
nothing.
Watched him pitch?
Yeah, nothing. Then we all woke up.
Alex Gordon in his 1st year, 0% of the vote.
Not a Hall of Famer, but a Hall of that guy's a ball player.
Honestly, that's a Royals Hall of Fame. Put him in the Royals Hall of Fame.
Yeah, there you go.
How about Cole Hamels in his 1st season? He's at 30.4% of the vote. Could you see yourself at any point voting?
I'm biased because he's my favorite player of all time. So
Oh, well,
I'm gonna. So
I'll keep it as nice as possible when I say
Yeah.
no.
See, I can see myself at some point voting Cole Hamels. Also, kind of because I feel like there's going to be a rough patch of pitchers going into the Hall, especially the post-steroid era pitchers, that I think they're going to be underrepresented, a whole generation's worth of pitchers.
Yeah, I think he's close. So maybe one day
Right,
I could
and
see
that's what this
myself
whole
voting for him.
exercise is.
It
Could
wouldn't
you
be
one
today.
day- Could you one day see yourself voting for him?
I mean, if I'm not going to vote for him today, I'm not going to say, "Oh yeah, I definitely want to vote for him tomorrow."
No, but if you can see, if you can see yourself possibly being convinced, you don't have to vote for him now, but if there's a chance,
there's a chance.
And that's all we're asking. Next up, Felix Hernandez in his second season. He had 20.6% of the vote last year. He's at 56.5 right now.
His career numbers are actually very similar to Cole Hamels.
I view him identically to Hamels.
My remembrance of Felix is of him at his peak, and he was so good.
So was Cole Hamels.
Yeah, but he wasn't King. He wasn't King Felix.
I mean, the Yankees wanted to trade Judge and Gary Sanchez for Cole Hamels.
Yeah, well, the Yankees are stupid, so that doesn't surprise me. I will say yes, Felix. There could be a day. Yeah.
John, you?
Yeah.
How about Torrey Hunter in his sixth year on the ballot? 5.1% last year, 2.2 right now. He's been hovering around that 5 for literally half a decade.
Hall of very good.
Hall of really good.
Yeah.
Like whatever that
Hall of Fame.
That tier or two below the Hall of Fame. Andrew Jones in his 9th season, he had 66.2% of the vote last year. He's at 78.3% this year. Now, I remember him having a awesome postseason in 2012 for the Yankees. Him and Raul Ibanez.
I saw Andrew Jones hit a home run in my first ever Yankees game.
That's sick.
So
does that mean he's on your Hall of Fame ballot?
Are we doing that part right now, or are we just doing
if you could vote for him?
I could see myself one day voting for him.
Well, it's either this year or next year or never ever.
I could see it one day.
John, how about you?
Yeah. Definitely can.
Now we got a couple guys on their first year on the ballot. We got Matt Kemp, 0% of the vote right now.
Nope.
How about Howie Kendrick with also 0?
Nope.
No.
Nick Markakis with 0?
Nope.
Nope.
What about Daniel Murphy? Come on, he's got 0 right now.
Yeah, it's just going to stay at 0.
Yeah.
Now we got Dustin Pedroia in his second year on the ballot, 11.9% last year, 26.1% now. This is a case.
Struggled with injuries so much. But,
yeah.
Hall of Ball player, but I don't think Hall of Famer.
I think there's a world where I could end up voting for Pedroia. He was a Yankee killer. Gotta respect the postseason ability. Like, just what I remember from watching him play was he was a all-time great second baseman of a generation. Maybe not the greatest, but he was among the best.
He was an all-time great talent.
Yes. The injuries killed him.
Yep.
Now we got Hunter Pence in his first year. He's at 2.2% of the vote.
Nope.
All a very fun player.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
He goes in the Nick Swisher Hall.
Sure.
Now we got Andy Pettit in his 8th season on the ballot. 27.9% last year, 52.2% now. He's another guy with steroid connection.
Another guy as well with similar career numbers to both Cole Hamels and Felix Hernandez.
But he's got the postseason success that they don't have.
Yeah. Obviously, I could see myself voting for Andy.
What about you, John?
That's maybe. Yeah.
Now, I hope you're sitting down for this one. Cy Young winner, Rick Porcello in his first season, 0% of the vote.
That's where it'll stay.
I wonder if there's been a guy that's won a Cy Young and ended up getting 0 votes for the Hall of Fame. I feel like that means you win a Cy Young, you should get a vote.
Sure,
You
somebody
should
could
get
vote.
something a little bit. I don't know.
I'm not against.
a really
I'm not
high
against him
ERA.
getting a vote.
Just it's
But
not a vote from you.
4.4 ERA.
Nope, not a vote from me.
That was such a weird year when he won the Cy Young. Like, was he even the best pitcher on his team in Boston?
I don't know.
Now you got Manny Ramirez in his 10th and final year on the ballot. 34.3% of the vote last year. He's polling in at about 39.1. Steroid guy, allegedly.
To me, this would be an easy yes. 555 career homers, 312 career batting average, 1,800 RBIs. One of the greatest hitters ever. Part of one of, as much as it pains me to say, the greatest baseball stories ever. You
And
can't
Manny at the
tell.
Dodgers is one of the best stories.
You can't tell the history of baseball without talking about that Red Sox team. And Manny Ramirez was one of the best players on that team. So to me, you can't tell the story of baseball without Manny Ramirez.
Yeah, I think Manny's definitely somebody that deserves more love and more credit than he's been given due.
Yeah.
You know, it also gets me thinking about a team like the White Sox. Somebody like Manny falling off the ballot. I'm sure Manny can still hit. Why not let Manny DH for you guys? Let him reset his Hall of Fame candidacy. See if he still got it. You know, be a sideshow if you're not going to be good.
Yeah.
Be fun if you're not going to be a good baseball team. You know, let A-Rod get to 700 home runs.
He said he could have stayed though, and he didn't. He said it didn't matter to him if they weren't in a Yankee uniform.
Sure, buddy. Now, A-Rod, though, is the next guy on the list in his fifth season on the ballot. 37.1% next year, 45% overall right now, or 45.7, I should say.
I mean, same deal.
Yeah.
You can't tell the story of baseball without A-Rod. Dominated, starting in the late 90s, all throughout the 2000s, a little bit into the 2010s, 4 home runs shy of 700, over 2,000 RBIs, over 3,000 hits, 295 career batting average. It's just, in his prime, was an excellent fielder.
Now, steroids don't make you hit the ball any better. They just help your recovery time in the gym, make you a little stronger. They turn warning track to homers maybe, but they don't make you hit the ball any better.
Yeah, I mean, A-Rod's just, again, one of the best players to ever play baseball. So, obviously, we've kind of gone around in circles with some of these steroid era guys, but that's how I feel.
He's the last one on the steroid list this year. Next one up is Francisco Rodriguez, K-Rod, in his fourth year, 10.2% of the vote last year, 15.2% right now. One of the best closers of our, youthful generation.
Yeah, Hall of very good.
How about this one, John? You're going to perk up. Jimmy Rollins in his fifth year, 18% last year, 26.1%, and a one undeserved MVP.
Undeserved?
I wanted to make sure you're listening.
I'm listening. I mean, I've had him. I think every year we've done this, I voted for. I've had Jimmy Rollins on my ballot.
Why do you think he's not getting as much love? Again, only 18% of the vote last year.
I mean, I think it's going up every year a little bit, not as much as probably the person we're going to talk about next, the other Philly on the ballot. I think it's probably just because like the home runs are kind of low and the average there is too. I would assume. But he was a very, very good fielder, very solid. I mean, MVP. Like I think few Golden Gloves, All Star, like 4 Golden Gloves. Like I mean, he has the. I feel like he has the pedigree, in my opinion.
Well, let's then connect it. Now you have Chase
Yeah.
Utley in his third season, 39.8% last year. He's at 63 now. What about if we connect both of them? And Dylan, I want your thoughts on both those guys as well. Do we think that they have a shot to get in this year or next year?
A shot, yes.
But will they, if you had to give a prediction?
No,
I think Utley more than Rollins.
I don't think either.
I think Utley has he's already he's up there with the WAR, with like some of the second basemen already in the Hall of Fame. Like he's 25th or 26th in WAR of second baseman all time or something.
I think if either of them were to get in, it would be Chase Utley.
Yeah.
But I lean neither.
Now you have Omar Vizquel, who was on a surefire track to get into the Hall of Fame early in his candidacy. He took a big dip due to some off-field things that came out about him. In his 9th year on the ballot, 17.8% last year. He's at 21.7 right now.
See you later, buddy.
He should be in. There's another guy I look for every year. He should be in. I don't look at a baseball card and see, he did so and so off the field.
No,
we're literally advocating
always
for
Google it because
I know,
what he
but
did
you're
was
literally
kinda
advocating
heinous.
for guys who use steroids and stuff that they're in the game, actually in the game of baseball that impacted stuff, and he does some off the field stuff. It's just it's about the game.
I just think that my opinion is that the morality clause that they have, it should be used if you're a borderline player, not somebody who should just be in based off stats alone. And Vizquel is a guy that was borderline, could go either way, and that's where I would use it against him.
See you later, buddy.
Borderline, one of the best defensive.
He played 20 years, and what was his WAR? 24 years he played.
11-time Gold Glove Award winner at shortstop.
And what are his offensive stats? How many hits did he have in 20-something seasons?
What, 2,877?
In 20-something seasons?
You're a defense, defense is part of baseball too.
It is. I just think he was such a poor hitter that the defense doesn't save him, and then the off-field stuff knocks him down another level.
11 Gold Gloves.
That's
And
great.
0 Hall of Fame rings.
Let's go to the last guy though on the ballot before we reveal what we would vote. Third season for David Wright, 8.1% last year, 17.4% right now. He's kind of this generation's Don Mattingly in a way.
Welcome to the Mets Hall of Fame, buddy.
All right. So, John, you want to reveal yours first? What your ballot would be? You can name up to 10 players, but you don't have to name any.
Oh, yeah. Me.
John
Second.
goes, no, buddy. They're all
Nobody.
worthless.
All worthless.
No. There's 2 Phillies and Vizquel, so there's at least 3.
Yeah.
And Bobby Abreu was a Philly too.
That's true. But I wasn't really into baseball when he was on the Phillies. I'm kind of too young. He was right before. But I would say
for him as a Yankee, Abreu.
So,
Remember him as an angel.
but I would say Andrew Jones, Carlos Beltran, Chase Utley, Cole Hamels, Felix Hernandez, Jimmy Rollins, and Omar Vizquel.
7 players on your ballot, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So let me just reiterate that. You have
Every
Beltran,
Philly.
Every Philly, except Bobby Abreu.
Beltran, Hamels, Felix, Jones, Vizquel, Utley, Rollins.
He had 7 guys, so if you're at 7, you got them all.
7.
Okay.
Yeah.
There
All right,
you go.
Dylan.
Then to be fair, I have the past 3 or 4 years we've done this, I have had I think since Jimmy was on and Chase Utley, I've had on all the time. And I have to say, Cole Hamels, like I said, favorite baseball player all time.
I'll now present the
Just-
correct Hall of Fame ballot. This is what every writer should also be submitting. Carlos Beltran, yes. Andrew Jones, yes. Andy Pettitte, yes. Manny Ramirez, yes. Alex Rodriguez, yes.
And that's it.
That's it.
So before I reveal my ballot, let's say we were to elect between the three of us. Do they need 2 out of the 3 to be in? 66%?
Sure.
2/3?
I would say, yeah.
So for me, I'm going Carlos Beltran.
So he was unanimous between the three of
Yes.
us.
Yes. I would also go Cole Hamels. I
What
would
do you
also
have?
go King Felix. And I'll explain my thinking with those two.
I
think-
mean, listen, if you got one, you should have the other. And
I
you both
agree.
did,
I
and
think-
I had neither.
and I think just for me, balloting is strategic. I don't want to see them fall off. I want to keep the discussion on them going. I think they were both two of the best pitchers of a generation.
I just
met
don't.
up to
Cole
the
Hamels
story.
as a first ballot Hall of Famer
No,
feels.
no, you don't have to be first
All
ballot.
is just to keep him
You need
on the
votes at
ballot,
some point.
kind of thing.
We got Manny Ramirez about to fall off.
Well, you have my next one will be Andrew Jones, so he gets all 3 of us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also going Dustin Pedroia because I'm thinking that a higher peak of a shorter career should deserve some love.
I
Especially,
better hit time to hear Ryan Braun's name.
all right, let's not. I'm going Andy Pettitte,
Nice,
Manny Ramirez,
nice,
A-Rod.
nice.
I then will go K-Rod because closers have been so undervalued in the Hall of Fame because it wasn't really a stable position until recently. That guys like K-Rod, Kenley Jansen, Kimbrel, they are guys that deserve a look outside of a normal pitcher. And outside of Mariano Rivera, who's the greatest of all time, you have such a wide range between the best second baseman and the worst second baseman in the Hall. And you just don't have that in relievers. And I think K-Rod, high amount of saves. I think he set the single season save record at one point. I think he's somebody that deserves a serious consideration and discussion about him. Then I'm also going to go my final one, David Wright, for the same reason I went Pedroia. I think the heights in his short career deserve a lot more merit than they're getting, because I would also say the same thing for Don Mattingly. I can understand why somebody wouldn't.
If I'm John, I'm livid that you're including David Wright and not Utley or Rollins.
I mean,
I left off all 3 because I think they're all Hall of Very Good, but there is nothing about David Wright that separates him from those guys. If
I would've
anything,
taken-
Utley should
I'm
be
I would
just
have
higher
not a
than
fan.
David Wright over Rollins and Utley to start a franchise back in 2006 with.
No.
Like, Wright was the guy I would have chosen over both of them.
I just don't agree with your guys' stuff with the steroid stuff, because if you're gonna put these guys in and not have Barry Bonds,
Well, we would have
And,
also voted
like-
for Barry Bonds.
but I
would-
mean, like, I'm just saying, like, if he's not in there, I just feel like
David
you're,
Ortiz is in there.
just because we got something wrong in the
Yeah.
past doesn't mean we need to get it wrong forever.
Like David Ortiz, Ivan Rodriguez, Bud Selig, Mike Piazza, all guys connected to steroids in some way, are all in the Hall of Fame as it is. I would have voted for Bonds, and I would have voted for Clemens and Sheffield and Sosa and McGuire. So I feel like I can vote for Manny and A-Rod because I have the same conviction behind them that I do with the others.
Yeah. I mean, A-Rod has to get him.
So between the 3 of us, the 2026 Hall of Fame class, Carlos Beltran, Cole Hamels, Felix Hernandez, Andrew Jones, Andy Pettitte, Manny Ramirez, A-Rod, and that's it.
I mean, my 5 guys are all there. So I'm happy.
I also went 10 deep to keep guys on the ballot, quote unquote, with strategic picks. Not that I think Cole Hamels should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I just think that he deserves the discussion around him.